Shuhei Nakamura got top 16 in Pro Tour Edge of Eternities with a wild affinity list featuring weapons manufacturing. How well can I do with a similar list? So Affinity has been around for a very long time, as everybody knows. It's been around since the old days where we had cranial platings and stuff like that. I have played a little bit of Affinity. It's a list that's very close to my heart as a artifact gamer, Lantern Control being my main go-to deck that I've played for, since before Splinter Twin was banned. But this is something new. This is something exciting. This is something interesting. And I've been losing a lot with Lantern lately, and I thought to myself, why not just play good cards? And maybe if I play good cards, then I will get good results. We'll have to see what happens. But first up, weapons manufacturing. Whenever a non-token artifact you control enters, create a colorless artifact token named Munitions with, when this token leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. This is an enchantment for 1 and a red, 2 mana value total. So the interesting part about weapons manufacturing is that the munitions tokens that it creates trigger when they leave the battlefield. They don't necessarily need to be sacrificed or destroyed. They can be bounced with something like, I don't know, a displacement wave, for example. This is something that I'm going to try against slightly more aggressive strategies. Maybe bring it in against decks that I expect will lock me out of the game with stuff like Clarion Conqueror. We don't have Stony Silence anymore. We've got Clarion Conqueror. I am not sure how well this is going to perform, but it seemed like a fun little combo, so we'll have to see what happens. There was a list that went really, really deep into the Pro Tour for Edge of Eternities, and I can't remember the name of the person who piloted the list, but I watched some of their gameplay, and they frankly did an excellent job, I think. I'm going to copy their list with some small adjustments. I felt like 2 engineered explosives is probably more correct than 3 after the testing that I've done, and I did do testing. And I didn't like having triple Tormod's Crypt. I went and brought that down to 1. I think that was fine. And instead, we've got our trusty Memnite Ornithopter split, but we also have in the main board 2 Arcbound Ravager. Now, this is a card that caused many a headache for control players and people with removal of any type back in the day. And pairing this with weapons manufacturing is frankly disgusting. Being able to sacrifice your munitions at will to deal damage wherever you want is very difficult for a lot of decks to be able to handle. And even if they do somehow manage to get a kill spell for Ravager on the stack, you can either just make it big enough to where it's not going to die to a burn-based removal spell, or you can simply sacrifice all of your munitions, maybe a spare Mox Opal that you have lying around, and put all those counters on, I don't know, a flying token from Pinnacle Emissary, maybe an Ornithopter, maybe, heaven forbid, a Kappa Cannoneer. Arcbound Ravager is a very good card, and I tested 3 of these. 3 felt like too many. I brought it down to 2. We're going to see how that goes today. This list has 1, 3, 7, 11, 12, 18 zero drops in it. That is a lot of zero drops. That is nearly a third of the deck being zeros. Zeros are just so good with Pinnacle Emissary, Kappa Cannoneer, and of course you've got the traditional affinity spells like Thought Monitor and Thoughtcast. I don't know. It's fast, it's strong, it's resilient, it's powerful. Oh, and of course the munitions tokens dying when you get hit with the Wrath of the Skies. That's great. Let's go ahead and run it. I will get started with round 1. I'll be back in just a moment. We have started round 1 versus Junebugg. I will be on the play, thank you. What does this hand do? This hand does Spirebluff Canal into Springleaf Drum, into Ornithopter, into Tormod's Crypt, into nothing, I guess. I could cast Thoughtcast on turn 2. Do I really want to try and shoot for a better 6? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to keep this. Just going to cast my spells. Cast my spells. Cast my spells. Would have loved another 0. Didn't find it. It's fine. And we're playing against a Belcher. Belcher did take down Pro Tour, what's the set? Edge of Eternities. I really wonder how this deck's matchup is against Belcher. Urza Saga, get down. And I think I will just fire off a Thoughtcast now. Mox Opal, huh? All right, that's a thing that I'm allowed to cast. And I could cast Arcbound Ravager here. I'm not able to cast Thought Monitor. I don't have enough stuff. Yeah, I'll go ahead and cast Arcbound Ravager. It's not like I'm doing anything with it right now. My opponent is unable to do anything about this, except for a Disrupting Shoal, I suppose. Okay, that's fine. They do play Disrupting Shoals, don't they? No main board Pithing Needle in this build. That Pithing Needle is in the sideboard. Thundertrap Trainer. Thundertrap Trainer. There we go. They've got a Sink into Stupor in hand. Okay, so I'm going to... I could play my Fiery Islet right now. I don't think I'm going to. 1, 2, 3, 4. Create a construct. That would be 5. I guess I would still have to cast Thought Monitor by playing the Fiery Islet and then tapping something else. I think I will do that, actually. Just go ahead and create the construct. Fiery Islet, Thought Monitor. Gonna have to pay 2 for this. Yeah, just try Disrupting Shoal that, huh? And we have Kappa Cannoneer, which I cannot cast right now. I think I'm just going to hold everything. They bolted in that Seagate Reborn. Looks like they're trying to do something here. Another Urza Saga. I need to think about what my hand is going to do now. So I could force the issue on the Sink into Stupor by grabbing a Lava Spur Boots, creating a construct, and swinging. I think weapons manufacturing is not really in the cards here. I just don't really have a good way to take advantage of that right now, I think. But I have a decent way to take advantage of, say, Urza Saga, create construct into equip Lava Spur Boots, get my thing bounced into swing out, maybe not even swing out, keep Ornithopter back, into Urza Saga drop. Oh, I could Urza Saga drop weapons manufacturing, then play Opal, then play Kappa. I think I could do that. All right, let's go ahead and sequence this turn then. It starts with the construct. Lava Spur Boots is going to be the pick. I will play Urza Saga, and I will attempt an equip here. Oh, that just happened. That just happened. I don't think I'm going to do anything else. They can bounce this construct, they can block this one, they can take 2, that's going to bring them to 12. And then I still have manufacturing into Opal into Kappa. Okay, I'm just going to swing out, and I'm going to force the issue. They just took it, huh? Okay, well, they are holding open Sink into Stupor here. They have a card in exile. That's the Thundertrap Trainer, huh? From the Disrupting Shoal earlier. So they're not about to pop off with a Lotus Bloom anytime soon. I don't think they have a way of getting a card into the graveyard. If they have double Whir of Invention, or if they have Whir of Invention into... Do I just sit back and make them think about if I have a Metallic Rebuke in hand? If so, then I simply drop weapons manufacturing and I don't drop Kappa. And I'm going to make them... Oh, I guess I couldn't have dropped Kappa anyway because I didn't have enough artifacts to improvise it. And I'm going to make them think about if I have a Metallic Rebuke here. Yeah, they're whirring for 0. I think this is a win attempt. Oh, they just conceded. They didn't have it. All right, I'll take it. So I did write up a very short sideboard guide. Not really anything inspired by anyone with any sort of knowledge of how to play this deck, just what I thought would be correct. And I did decide on siding out Engineered Explosives and a Crypt. Where is that Tormod's Crypt? And instead, I'm bringing in a Spell Pierce, a Rebuke, and a Pithing Needle. I don't know if this is correct. I feel like I do want to stuff their win attempts, though. This is going to make me a little bit slower. I think that might be okay. I'm going to try this out, and I'm going to see how it feels. Very good chance that this is just straight up wrong. And yeah, why not? I think you were correct. They should have worded in response to the second Opal. What does this hand do? Not all that much, honestly. I don't have any artifacts in hand except for this Kappa Cannoneer. I'm going to mulligan. I'm going to try to find something better. Yeah, see, this is already better. I'm going to keep this. And it's kind of a shame. This would be a turn 2 Kappa if I could keep everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Kappa. But now I'm going to have to draw something. I think I'm going to bottom the Bauble. And this is just my attempt at aggroing them out. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I can still drop turn 2 Kappa if I draw something good. I don't need another Kappa. I did not need another Kappa. Okay, I'm going to play Springleaf Drum first. All right, I need a 0 now. Turn 2 Kappa might be enough to aggro them out. Their win attempts are usually on turn 4. Thundertrap Trainer is coming down. You know, why not? You got a very good point. Consigned to Memory hits more than I gave it credit for, doesn't it? That is a Thought Cast. That is notably not a 0-drop artifact, but that is a Metallic Rebuke. I can't really do anything else right now. I've only got 6 permanents in play. They've just got another Thundertrap Trainer. Oh, I'm so silly. I didn't even take a look to see what they grabbed off of the first Thundertrap Trainer. They grabbed Belcher. I think they might have it, y'all. I think they just might have it. Certainly not going to burn a Metallic Rebuke on a Thundertrap Trainer. Yeah. Not looking great. I can equip Shadow Spear to a Ornithopter and deal a point of damage. That would leave me open to specifically what? Jwari Disruption? I don't know. I feel like I'm just going to hold things back right now. This hand didn't come together the way I was hoping it would. Am I going to Metallic Rebuke this Lotus Bloom? They have Belcher in hand. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to try and leave open pretend Metallic Rebuke number 2. Yeah, that's a Flare Denial. I was totally expecting that. And now I die. Yeah, now I die. I'm going to take a look at their list. Did they even sideboard against me? They might not have even sided against me at all. That's wild. What am I even seeing that is different? Oh, they had a... No, they didn't have a fourth... their second chart Belcher in hand. Okay. They got a Stern Scolding. They've got Into the Flood Maw. So that's on top of the Sink into Stupors. Yeah, just because it's just a good list. That's it. Notably, Consigned to Memory would have been really good there. So I think I'm going to bring those in at chat's recommendation. Thank you, why not? Taking out the Spell Pierce. Weapons Manufacturing, is this where I want to be? Or do I want to just replace this with more interaction? I think I want to take out the Weapons Manufacturings and bring in more interaction. Blood Moon would be very funny, but I doubt it would actually be effective. I would like to play first, thank you. Okay, yeah, we keep these hands. Got double Pinnacle Emissary in it. Unfortunately, no way to cast double Pinnacle Emissary on turn 1, but you know, it's fine. My opponent has mulled the 6, and they're just letting me go crazy here. Yeah, I'll go crazy, that's fine. I'm going to wait until their upkeep, and then I'm going to fire off this Mishra's Bubble. Okay, what's on top of your deck, mate? Sink into Stupor. You got it. Well, I'm not even going to bluff here. Jwari Ruins, and they have the Lotus Bloom. That's not good. Kappa Cannoneer is my draw. So I can warp Emissary again into Opal Kappa. I think that's okay. Really good couple of hits. Oh, wait. I didn't tap this for blue. There we go. Swing out with what I've got. And pass turn again. And this game is starting to look a little bit like the previous game, except now I'm on the play instead of the draw, and I've got a pretty damn big army in play right now. This is what? 1, 3, 4, 5, N power? They took the Car Belcher. That's a Memnite. That makes Kappa stronger. Okay, I'm gonna swing out just like that. And they're at 4. They really need something good here. This Lotus Bloom's not going to come off Suspend for another turn, and I have Metallic Rebuke to back this up. And they conceded. Yeah, I figured that was a difficult position to be put in. Oh, yeah, taking out Weapons Manufacturing here, I think was the correct play. I didn't really anticipate that being correct when I was making my sideboarding guide, but having a slower hand just wasn't going to work. This Kappa Cannoneer really did some work. That was really strong. Okay, on to round 2. I hope you're enjoying the video. If you like watching my particular style of content, consider subscribing so you can get notified of my videos and live streams. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm on the draw on round 2 versus Coluche, Cologne. versus Cologne. The hero's taking a second to decide if they want to be on the play or not. Maybe they're playing 8-rack. They're really taking a second. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna kick up my feet and relax. Oh, yeah. Rest time. I get plenty of this when I'm playing Lantern. That's a joke. No, I don't. Okay, we've got a starting hand. This is turn 2 weapons. I can't hold open this Metallic Rebuke unless I vomit out the Ornithopter and Memnite on turn 1. This might be a mediocre hand, but I'm gonna keep it. Cavern of Souls on Eldrazi. Okay, that's fine. For Springleaf Drum, what sort of shenanigans are they on? Oh, that's second Metallic Rebuke. I think I'm gonna play the Spire Buff Canal. I think I'm gonna pass. I don't know if I want to give up all of those munitions tokens quite yet. Cavern of Souls, Springleaf Drum. Oh, they're playing Broodscale. I should have known that. Come on. Haywire Might. All right, that's okay. Into Stirrings. Into Saga. Into, this has to be the Rumble. Yeah, there we go. They chose Broodscale. Am I about to be comboed out? I have a bad feeling I'm about to be comboed out. And then I kept a mediocre hand, and that's just not good enough. There's Eldrazi Temple. And here comes the Broodscale. And there's the Blade of the Blood Chief. They just have everything right now. But they don't have infinite damage quite yet. They can just make it infinitely large at any time they want. I'm gonna F6 here. No infinite damage yet. Let's see what the other 2 cards in their hand are. And I'm dying with 2 Metallic Rebukes in my hand. Maybe I should have slowed down and rebuked something. They're certainly trying to cast something big. Otherwise, they wouldn't be making all this mana, right? Maybe they just have a giant Kozilek's command. They're just going to do it for their whole deck. Maybe we'll get them on clock, huh? Just maybe. Nah, I've died with them having like 30 seconds on the clock or something after game 1 that took, like 25, 30 minutes, I think. They really are making a lot of mana, though. Is that enough mana for you? Here we go. Yeah, it's Kozilek's command. It's gotta be, right? Yeah, there we go. Kozilek's command for 41. I'm still gonna make them have the out, I think. But let's think about this. I could have just dumped Midnight Ornithopter on turn 1, and I could have held open Metallic Rebuke. And then I could have held open Metallic Rebuke again on turn 2. If I'd done that, I would have been able to counter what? The first Malevolent Rumble? And then I would have been able to counter Blade of the Blood Chief. That would have bought me a little bit of time. Not a ton of time, mind you, but a little bit of time. I think I would have still died eventually. I just didn't have a particularly strong hand. Maybe I should have fished for a better one. Well, I'm still learning the deck. This is why we practice. They scried 2 to top and 39 to bottom here. I think I'm going to cancel my F6. It seems like they might be casting Emrakul the Promised End here. No, they're going quite a bit bigger than that. What are they doing? Why do they need all this mana? Are they firing off second Kozilek's command? I don't think they need to do that, right? And I feel like maybe they shouldn't have tapped their Basking Broodscale, although I guess it couldn't attack this turn anyway, huh? Okay, they're doing something else. Unbounded Loop detected. Automated decisions for triggering ability of Basking Broodscale reset, huh? Maybe I will win on clock. What on earth? I'm gonna yield until end step here. And yeah, Basking Broodscale does say May. And they triggered the failsafe again, I think. They're definitely doing something. Listen, if I get to sit here for 30 minutes and get a game win or a match win, I'm taking it, right? The hero has put a single period in chat. I don't know what this means. I'm not going to ask to find out. So it's nice to know that their win condition that they chose this time was Walking Ballista. Oh my god, they triggered the Unbounded Loop Catcher again. I don't think they needed to make quite that much of a mess, but they did and it worked. Listen, I'm an extremely patient person. I play Lantern Control as my main deck. I have to be. So if people are going to make me mill them out 1 card at a time for every single match until the rest of time, then yes, I'm going to sit here and waste 10 minutes of my life watching this little clicker click down, and it'll be just fine. There we go. I'm dead. Oh, jeez. All right, how do I want to sideboard in this matchup, huh? I think Pithing Needle needs to come in, right? I could also bring in Blood Moon if I really wanted to. I don't know how good that is. Weapons manufacturing, I don't know if I need the reach. And it is vulnerable to Haywire Might, isn't it? I guess Pithing Needle is also vulnerable to Haywire Might, but at least Pithing Needle makes them have it. Is Engineered Explosives good? Engineered Explosives on 1 will take out a Blade of the Blood Chief. EE on 2 will take out Haywire Might. It can also clean up some tokens. I don't know how good that is. EE doesn't seem particularly strong. I'm looking at these consigned to memories. Basking Broodscale is colorless. In fact, a lot of their stuff is colorless. I think I'm going to bring these in, actually. I think consigns are good. I think weapons manufacturing might just not be where I want to be right now. I think I'm going to take that out. I don't know if I like this sideboarding plan. I'm going to try it. I'm going to see what happens. But I'm not particularly enthused about it. Okay, I can't keep this, right? I can't keep this. I think I can keep this. Do I need the second Kappa Cannoneer? This hand will do what? I don't think I need the second Kappa Cannoneer. Well, Shadow Spear is going to help me get to one of the Kappas. Okay, I'm gonna bottom the Kappa, and I'm going to play Island. I'm going to Warp Emissary. I'm going to play out my 0, and I'm going to pass. Oh, I don't even get to gain the life from Springleaf Drum. That's a shame. Sink into Stupor, huh? Do I pay the 3 life to shock Shadow Spear in? I think I will. That means that I can swing for 1 this turn. Leave open Rebuke. The most obvious rebuke in the entire world, I might add. And of course, they have Cavern of Souls. All right. So Metallic Rebuke isn't even going to work. That is a Delighted Halfling. Do they just have this because it can tap for colorless? I don't think I'm going to rebuke that. Oh, they just have nothing. Okay. 0, please. Urza Saga, I'll take it. And now I get to drop Kappa. Love dropping Kappa. Come on, Kappa, carry the game. Notably, if I had bottomed the Shadow Spear, I would not be able to drop Kappa right now. So I think I just had to give up the second Kappa, unfortunately. This did tap me out of Metallic Rebuke. Oh, I'm an idiot. If I'm siding out my weapons manufacturing, I should also side out my Claws of Gix. Cavern of Souls only allows you to cast creature spells with the colored mana, so they cannot make a giant uncounterable Kozilek's command. Because of that, I think I'm going to... Oh, I shouldn't attack with my mana anyway. So I am going to swing like this, and I'm just going to have to accept that they might block with their Delighted Halfling. They didn't. Here comes something. I smell a Kozilek's command for 2. Its stinky scent is strong. Very strong. Yeah, there it is. So they can make spawns and dig. I think I just rebuked that. And I should have played out my Spire Bluff Canal. That was just sloppy play for me, I think. I'm not bluffing anything right here. Spell Pierce, I guess, but that's not very good. All right, Saga number 2 has come down for them. And they're really taking their sweet time. I'm not sure what decisions they need to make right now, but it looks like it's a fairly difficult decision. Do they just have the win in hand and they're trying to play around Spell Pierce? Oh, they have a Wastegate Battle Mage. Okay. So they're going to bounce a drone, take out my Saga. Yeah, that's a pretty good tempo play, I think. Oh, I just have another Saga. And yeah, the Spire Bluff Canal play from last turn is relevant now, actually. Because now I don't have the ability to cast Pinnacle Emissary this turn. Just go ahead and equip Kappa Cannoneer and swing. This is representing lethal next turn, and I am representing Spell Pierce with the Spire Bluff Canal in hand. I mean, if they've got it, they've got it. They're tapping for mana here instead of making a construct. I feel like they might have it, actually. I feel like this might be it. All they need is a Broodscale in hand. Maybe this Wastegate Battle Mage was literally just to slow me down just a little bit. Although they're really thinking about this. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe they're once again trying to play around Metallic Rebuke, but I don't see why they would do that. If I had Consigned to Memory in hand, I would have consigned this Saga trigger. They're really taking their time on this. That's a Pithing Needle. Are they just gonna name Urza Saga? Okay. Well, they're doing something. Kozilek's Return? They paid red. Fire Spout. 3 damage to each creature without flying, and it's cast with red. So it doesn't deal damage to creatures with flying, but none of us have flyers anyway. Yeah, okay. You're somehow gonna take out my Kappa Cannoneer? Wow, second Fire Spout. Okay, that did it. That took out Kappa Cannoneer. That's how you do it. And this Spire Bluff Canal once again causing trouble. Just feel like they don't have the win. That was a really good line from them, though. And that's Haywire Might. Glaring Fleshraker, huh? All right, we're gonna start slugging stuff out. This is great. I can't pop this. I can't make a construct off of this, but I can play out Mishra's Bauble here. Let's see what I want to grab. They clearly don't have any part of the combo, so I'm not going to worry about that. Do I grab Lava Spur Boots? They are holding open Haywire Might right now. So basically anything that I grab is going to eat a Haywire Might. I think that I need to make sure that the thing that I grab is the hardest thing for them to answer. I do not believe that Pithing Needle in this situation is correct. Oh, I still have Tormod's Crypt in my deck. Man, what am I doing? Do I get a creature? I don't think that's right. I think I might just get Lava Spur Boots. I'm going to go ahead and cast this guy now. Here we go. Casting all of my spells. And I'm going to see what's on top of their deck here. It's a Vexing Bauble. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Okay, equip this here, I think. Now the drone has ward. But yeah, they're just going to pop Haywire Might here, right? There we go. There goes the Lava Spur Boots. And that's all I got. They're going to drop the Bauble here. Uh-oh, they're doing something. Yeah, that's definitely a something. Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage very quickly. That's just what Glaring Fleshraker does best. I'd love it if they just cycled it immediately, but they didn't. Shame. Fortunately, this Pinnacle Emissary happens on cast, so there's still a decent chance that I can recover from this. I think I'm just going to cast these spells right into it. Good job. You got your countered spells. And I'm going to equip... I think I'm going to equip here because they tapped their Glaring Fleshraker. And I am the beatdown. They're just taking it. Okay, so they need a seriously good series of rips here. Cracking Vexing Bauble. And they didn't find it. All right, so that means that they now have 6 minutes and 42 seconds on their clock. If they get to game 3 and they end up winning and they end up doing whatever the heck it is they were doing in the first game, then there's a decent chance that I just get them on the clock. Let me see if I want to bring in anything else. Well, I know for a fact that I don't want Tormod's Crypt. That can go right out of the deck. Do I want these Galvanic Blasts? If they're going to be bringing in... Well, not bringing in. If they're going to have the Cavern of Souls, then Metallic Rebuke's kind of bad. Yeah, I'm going to bring in Galv Blast. That's reach on top of everything else. Oh, right. I have another card that I need to bring in. Well, do I want Blood Moons? I don't think I want Blood Moons, especially when I'm not on the play. All right, the Miser's Metallic Rebuke can come back in. Well, that is an interesting hand. I think I'll keep it. Pithing Needle right off the bat, huh? Just straight up on Mishra's Bauble? I don't even have that card in my hand. Come on. I feel like that's a bit of a waste, yeah? Now, talking about things that are a bit of a waste, I could Pinnacle Emissary into EE on 0 into Memnite right now, or I could wait a turn, hold open Galv Blast in case they drop a Broodscale, and then just do the same thing next turn, except I also get a Pithing Needle of my own. I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm going to have a little bit of patience here. Cavern of Souls, drop that Broodscale. Oh, it's a Malevolent Rumble. Come on. They chose Eldrazi Temple. They had a Blade of the Blood Chief in that pick, but they chose Eldrazi Temple instead. That kind of worries me. Makes me wonder if I should be holding open Galvanic Blast here. Yeah, I'm going to hold open Galvanic Blast. Cast a Memnite. Although I could simply drop Pithing Needle on the Blade of the Blood Chief. Is that aggro? That might be a bit aggro. What happens if I do that? They'll untap. They'll go to 4. They will Haywire Might. Yeah, they can't do everything that they want to do if I just drop Pithing Needle right now. So I think I will do that. Okay, here we go. Top monitor is online, actually, for a single blue pip. Ancient Stirrings is their cast here. What are they going to find, though? Vexing Bauble, my friend, it is a little bit too late for Vexing Bauble. They think so, too. Although I guess they could cast that right now, couldn't they? All right, that's an island. I'm going to hold that. Yeah, that's why I held that. Now, do I want to play my Kappa Cannoneer right now? Or do I want to be patient and hold up Galf Blast? And I guess also hold up EE for 0. Although I don't know how useful that is. If I hadn't dropped the Urza Saga, then I could have Kappa'd now and held up Galf Blast. I think I'm going to be patient. Just swing in with my flyers. I'm going to hold everything open. Malevolent Rumble, I will allow that to resolve. Walking Ballista, Urza Saga, Beseju, and they chose their own Urza Saga. I'm going to take a ping from the Fleshraker. They're choosing to hold everything back. I am going to Galv Blast their Fleshraker now. I know I took some pings from that I probably didn't need to take. I think that's fine. Now, what do I want to do? Do I want to simply hold everything open? Do I want to warp in Pinnacle Emissary? I think that's bad. Do I want to cast Thoughtcast? I think that's bad too. I kind of just want to hold open Construct and Galv Blast. I'm going to do that. I'm going to swing out with literally everything. If they choose to chump here, that's fine. They didn't choose to chump. All right, it is their turn 2 now for this Urza Saga. That's a Haywire Mite. And they're holding it open. That's very strange. I'm going to create the Construct now. And I drew the Lava Spur Boots. So here's what I could do. I could blast the Haywire Mite right now. That would force them to choose something. They would go up to 13. I could then grab Shadow Spear and Lava Spur Boots. Would that be good enough? Because I could blast them, grab Shadow Spear, equip Lava Spur Boots. Could I kill them if I did that? They would go up to 13. They would make a Construct. The Construct would be... It's kind of a wash if they use Haywire Mite to exile something here, because they would go down a life to fetch a basic forest off the Verdant Catacombs, but they would go up a life by exiling a Lava Spur Boots or a Shadow Spear. Although I guess if they... No, because I would be making them do it now, right? So I would be able to keep both Lava Spur Boots and Shadow Spear. So they'd have to use Haywire Mite on something else, something that's less effective. So I get both the equipments. They just get to stay. Urza Saga and Vexing Bauble are not in hand anymore. I don't know why I still have those up. I could simply grab Shadow Spear, equip my Construct with it, swing out for 5. That would put them to 6. And then Galv Blast could put them to 2. If they make some sort of mistake, I might be able to get them. I'm just really thinking about what the best line is in this position. I don't think I can kill them. That's the problem. Oh, I can kill a Basking Broodscale in response to the equip off of the Blade of the Blood Chief if they just Haywire Mite my Blood Chief, my Pithing Needle on Blood Chief. Okay, I'm thinking about this way too hard. Leaving behind a Construct as a blocker. And I'm going to grab... Do I grab Shadow Spear? Or do I just grab another blocker? What am I trying to play around? I feel like I might want another blocker. And I feel like the Shadow Spear is just not particularly necessary. 2, 5. I'm swinging with everything right now. That means that they would block Construct. They would block and kill Memnite possibly. I really don't want to die to... Well, they can't haste anything in. So a blocker's not really necessary. I think I'm just going to grab Shadow Spear. And I'm going to swing in with what I've got. Did they just... No, they didn't just kill themselves. Okay. Because they're going to use Haywire Mite here, right? Yeah, they're taking the Blade of the Blood Chief out with them. Okay, well, there's no point that I could have cheesed them out with this Galv Blast. They fell to 7 to do that. They're falling to 6 now. Perhaps I should have gone to face with that Galv Blast on the Blaring Fleshraker earlier, huh? That's Kozilek's command for 2. They are digging. They are digging for their come up right now. Did they find it? No, they didn't find it. Whatever they were looking for, they didn't find it. All right, now let's be very, very careful here. That's second Haywire Might. I don't feel like this is a winning play. For a Glaring Fleshraker, I think I'm going to let them cast whatever they're trying to cast. Oh, they shocked in. EZHerr, Cruel Captain. Dude, what is this? Search your library for an artifact card with mana value 1 or less. Is there anything that I can do about this? Not really, no, right? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I can just Gouth Blast their face. I have Burn. It's sitting in my hand. This is why I play it. Oh, right, but they can just Haywire Might in response. Okay. All right. Well, your go. Maybe I should have waited for the Haywire Might there, huh? Oh, don't tell me they have it in hand. Oh, don't tell me they have it in hand. Oh, they have a Walking Ballista. Okay, so they got Blade of the Bloodchief in hand. I don't think this is infinite. And they've already used up their Tezzeret ability here. This is very scary, but I don't know if it's good enough. They're gonna take out my flyer. It's just whenever a creature dies, huh? Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. I don't think they can wipe my board. I think it can get really close, though. Yeah, they can't wipe my board. All right, that was good. That was pretty good. Now watch me just draw a 0-drop. Spirebluff Canal, huh? Okay, so I can do what? I can play a Thought Cast. Oh, I can drop Lava Spur Boots, and I can cast Thought Cast, and that is an Arcbound Ravager, but I don't have the mana necessary to cast it. And this Spirebluff Canal is going to enter tapped. Oh man, that hurts. But I can leave them with basically nothing by simply swinging in, right? I think I could just leave them with nothing by swinging in. Attack at your face. And you have to block here. All right, they're gonna deal 2 to me on the way out. Oh, they're gonna kill one of my constructs. Okay, that's fine. We're both running out of time, man. They're doing something here. Vexing Bauble. Oh, they are digging. They are super digging. They need to hit really good off this Vexing Bauble, and if they don't, they lose. Oh my god, they found something. Fire Spout, huh? Okay, another board wipe. That will keep them alive for a little longer here. And by a little longer, I mean half a turn cycle. Because I'm going to warp this in. And I'm going to equip it Lava Spur Boots. And they're going to die. Wow, what a match. That was sure something, wasn't it? That was definitely something. Well, I had a lot of fun playing that. On to round 3. Has your loss to Lantern Control left you bitter and despondent? Try working through the 5 stages of grief by joining the Fateseal MTG Patreon. Languish in denial with my $2 tier and get access to my Discord community and your name in my video credits. You'll gain more perks as your grief matures, like tournament live streams, lessons on Lantern Control, and office hours with me. Once you reach acceptance, every month you'll get a private session with me and can even feature your own deck here on Fateseal MTG. In that previous round, a mistake like ulting my opponent like the way I did with them having life gain on the battlefield. If I was playing Lantern, then I would have simply, I would have lost that game. But I'm not playing Lantern. I am playing a deck with good cards in it, so I just got carried by my cards anyway. I'm playing round 3 here versus Vampire X. Do I want to keep this hand? This hand does what? I can sink as a land on turn 1. I can then Memnite Drum. And then next turn I get to do something cool. It's not particularly strong. I have 2 Rebukes in hand. I don't know if I need 2 Rebukes. I feel like this hand is a bit slow. I'm going to try fishing for something better. This hand is better. I think I'm going to bottom second Kappa. Oh, my opponent has mulled to 5. That's not good for them. The hero has suspended Lotus Bloom into Seagate Reborn, huh? All right, well, I'm wishing I had I just said I was wishing that I had a faster hand, and that will do it. Chose not to counter that. Okay, that's a 3-power board right there. I cannot back this up with Kappa quite yet. They're bolting themselves for a Philagi Archaeologist. They could take the Goblin Charbelcher, or if they're really desperate for mana, they took the Waterlogged Teachings, huh? Okay, they've got a Waterlogged Teachings in hand now. Unconvinced that this will be good. So I could play out Shadow Spear and prepare for a Kappa next turn. I think I'm going to do that. I don't think they're going to do anything worth countering this turn. And let's just swing with everything except for the Ornithopter. Weapons manufacturing, once again, not really having a home right now. Another Lotus Bloom in Exile. That land was a really good pickup. That land lets me Kappa. Oh, well, if I Kappa, then I can't hold open Rebuke. Do I just need to hope that they don't have it? They milled a Belcher with Philology Archaeologist and then didn't grab it. That tells me that they might have Belcher in hand. Oh, this is really difficult. I could literally just tap out almost completely for Kappa Cannoneer. I don't have a 0 with which to keep Rebuke open after I do that. I'm going to hold open Rebuke. And I'm going to try and rebuke their Lotus Bloom when it comes off Suspend. I don't think I'm going to take the gamble that I could hit a Charbelcher off of the Lotus Bloom. Yeah, they're just paying for it. Got a bad feeling about this. I've got a bad feeling about this. All right, Charbelcher has hit play. I was sussy-wussy that they had Charbelcher in hand. They did, in fact, have Charbelcher in hand. I am going to play Thoughtcast, and I'm going to hope that I draw into Perfects, and I didn't draw into Perfects. Although I don't even know what Perfects would have looked like in that situation. Memnite comes down, Thought Monitor comes down, and I'm spinning my wheels for no reason. I'm dead. I'm just dead. I needed one more turn. I didn't get it. Oh, I needed a lot more than one more turn, actually. I needed quite a bit more. I just didn't have a fast enough clock. Oh, and I shouldn't have conceded. This is Silly Beans play. Needed to see their list. Although I doubt that it would have been significantly different from the Pro Tour winning list. All right, what sort of sideboard plan did I decide on? Siding out weapons, siding out EE, siding out Formod's Crypt, bringing in Consigns, Spell Pierce, Metallic Rebuke, not Cage, Needle. Now what? Do I take out, like... Oh, I have a Claws of Gix. Right, that needs to go. I could just bring in 2 Blood Moons, see if I can cheese them out on the play. That might work. All right, that would be fun, wouldn't it? To cheese them out on the play after they suspend a turn 1 Lotus Bloom. I think I might have talked myself out of it. Don't know what else I'd bring in, though. Could just make them EEs. I think I might do that. All right. Talk myself out of it again. They're really taking a minute to do their sideboarding. Don't know why. They're really taking a minute. Okay. I would like to be on the play. Oh, with a hand like this. Yeah, I'll keep it. It applies quick pressure. Saga, get down. Memnite, get down. Springleaf Drum, get down. Opal, get down. EE, get down? Put it on 0? Blow up a Lotus Bloom on their upbeat as a super desperation play? I can do that later. I'm going to hold it. Being able to turn 1 Urza Saga in this deck consistently is just, oh, that's so strong. Oh, and they didn't even have a Lotus Bloom. Okay, so in that case, I think the next worst thing I'm worried about is actually Temeshi. How much am I actually worried about it, though? I don't know. I'm going to swing in for 1. Give him a little love tap, a little smooch. Tiny little kiss, like you're kissing your sister. All right, let's make a dude. Let's make a dude. My opponent is stumbling here. And I'm just not going to do anything. Let's make another dude. I don't believe I can kill them right now. Oh my god, I can kill them right now, can't I? I play the island. I equip here. This is 8-16. Playing out this EE would bring them to 18 total damage. That's pretty close to dead. That means that they'd need to answer my entire board in order to survive. All right, well, that love tap from turn 2 really doing something here. Swing for 18 on turn 3. And they're at 1. They give it up. Love those fast wins. Do I want to be doing anything different? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to run it back. All right, they snap cap 7. Am I going to keep this? I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I could do what? Oh, I have turn 1 Thoughtcast. Okay, I'll keep it. Are they going to exile a Lotus Bloom? They did. They exiled 2 of them, actually. That's terrifying. All right. Well, Ornithopter, Urza Saga, Mox Opal, Thoughtcast, I guess. Oops. That's not blue. That's blue. And I do have a Pinnacle Emissary. I don't know how good that is right now, though. Would love some hard counters. Would love some hard counters. That is a Thunder Trap Trainer. Hopefully they just kept a hand that digs a lot. Oh, they found a Sink into Stupor. Okay. Well, that's going to stop some of the faster starts that I have. And that's a Consigned Memory. Okay, I'm just going to hold back. I'm literally just going to sit here. Not even going to attack with my Ornithopters. Even though I could attack with Ornithopter to send a message, I'm not going to. Consigning these is not what I want to do with my life. Oh, did I bring in the Pithing Needle? Please tell me I brought in the Pithing Needle. I did bring in the Pithing Needle. Oh, thank goodness. Sink into Stupor as a land is fantastic. They're not attacking either. Yeah, I can just make a construct. Fiery Islet as a draw. I think I want to... might want to play out a blue land, honestly. Do I think they're going to whir over the top of me? Not meaningfully. I think I will create the construct. I'm going to grab Pithing Needle here. Yeah, I'm going to grab Pithing Needle and I'm going to name Goblin Charbelcher. All right, I will also play out Island and then I'm going to swing. Maybe making the second construct was greedy. Maybe I should have just held it open. Could have used that mana for something else. Still learning here. These triggers are not where my fight is. Because this trigger is to remove a counter. I think I'm just going to let that go. I'm going to let that go too. Dang, I'm kind of wishing that I had more mana up. I think making this construct was a bit greedy. There's a Tameshi. So they're going to be able to make a lot of mana here. Okay, they're making a lot of mana. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't try to consign one of these things. 4, 7, 10. They can have 12 in total, and that's before they make their land drop. So they could have up to 16 mana. I have a feeling that I'm just dead. Yeah, I should have just held open this Consigned Memory. Got a little greedy on that. Should have just let the mana go if I really, if I was really worried. I feel like this is where they cast Sink. Nope, they're doing Lotus Bloom again. And they've just got everything in their hand. I'm not going to worry about tracking it too much. I feel like this is a Whir of Invention. Yeah, that's Whir of Invention. Yeah, so it wouldn't have mattered. They played around Consigned Memory regardless. I'm going to let them play this out, but I think they got it. Oh, and they just had Into the Flood Maw anyway. I got a Tap Fish. Looks really cute. Okay, and that's game. You know what? I'm actually going to let them do it because I want to see the list. If anyone wants to hash this out, this is what their list is. Likely close to the list that won the Pro Tour. It's a good deck. I like it a lot. On to round 4. I'm on the draw in round 4 versus NotMio. I don't think I can keep this hand. It's just not functional. Oh, but I can keep this one. Okay, so what does this look like? I think I have to bottom the EE. This is not a fun hand. I don't like this. Shocked In, Stomping Ground, Ancient Stirrings. Might just be playing against Red-Green Eldrazi. I played against a deck similar to this when I was playing Lantern last week. They didn't have any Besejus in their main deck, and they didn't have any Glaring Fleshrakers. This just went ahead and found Basking Broodscale, so we know what they're playing now. And Metallic Rebuke is not really what I wanted to see, although it's not what I wanted to see. Go ahead and play out our zeros. And if I play Springleaf Drum, then I'm tapped out of Rebuke, so I think I'm just going to slow the brakes here. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. That's the phrase. See if I can snag that Broodscale on the way down. Urza Saga, great. They did just ram it straight into it. Okay. Any land. There we go. Pinnacle Emissary. Let's go ahead and get that down. And now I'm going to dump my hand. Tiny little tap. And pass turn. Not really much I can bluff with no hand. Malevolent Rumble has revealed another Basking Broodscale. Okay, well that's terrifying. That's double terrifying. So I die next turn. I am just straight up dead now. Do I make them think about it? Do I just swing in with my 2 drones? I think I'm going to drop Urza Saga at the very least. And I will warp in this Pinnacle Emissary. Not like I have anything better to do. There's no way on earth I'm not just super dead here, right? They need their hand to do literally anything. They need like a Walking Ballista in hand, a Kozilek's Command, a Glaring Flesh Raker. They just have so many things that can kill me even through blockers. All right, there they go with the Adapt. They seem to be executing this combo quite a bit faster than my other opponent was. Still gonna make them play it out though. It's gotta be a Kozilek's Command, right? They're making 10 mana. Okay, they're finally doing something. It's an Emrakul the Promised End, huh? Well, if that's all they've got, then I might be able to beat that. The lore counter is not optional. That has to happen. They can just ram my stuff into their stuff and kill my Pinnacle Emissary and something, I guess. Yeah, they're just going to combat here. They're going to kill my Emissary. They got to kill like something else too, right? Yeah, there's Memnite. That can go into the Void. Not the Void, but you know. Oh, they're swinging out? No, you don't want to do that, do you? They're just going to take damage for no reason. Okay, well, they're taking 2 damage here when they didn't need to take 2 damage. You gonna make a construct for me too? Would love that. Literally the only choices at this point are you going to cast Weapons Manufacturing or not, or are you gonna make an Urza Saga construct or not? All right, my extra turn is here. Let's see what I draw. Spire Bluff Canal. So I have quite a bit of mana. I think I'm going to make my construct, and I'm just gonna see what I can find. I could grab Claws of Gix. I don't think that's very good. I could grab Lava Spur Boots. I don't think that's very good. I could grab Shadow Spear. I think I'm just going to try and make stuff that's bigger than what they've got going on. And if I can create some additional bodies along the way, then that would be great. I think to that end, I am actually going to grab Shadow Spear. And I'm going to equip Shadow Spear to what? I don't know. Maybe I don't equip it to anything and I just play out Weapons Manufacturing. I'm gonna tap my Memnite to do that. And my opponent has an extremely large advantage here, but I am not dead yet. They can make as much mana as they want. They're doing something. They're casting a 4-drop Eldrazi. It's a creature, because they use this Cavern of Souls mana to do it. Oh, nope, they're undoing everything. I mean, I'm just F6ing here, right? And once again, my opponent is burning Clock. Oh, right. Emrakul the Promised End has Trample, doesn't it? Of course it does. All right. Well, I'm not exactly certain what you're doing here. I think they might just be trying to make Emrakul a lethal swing. Can they do that? I don't think they can. Here they go. Yeah, I'm not blocking a Trampler. Appa Cannoneer, huh? Can I do anything with that? Not really. I can cast it. I don't know if I can gain enough life to where this actually is relevant, though. I can try to by doing this. 1. I need to leave these back. 2, 3. Oh, wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can equip the Shadow Spear here. But that's not good enough. They're going to eat it. And I am facing down an 18/18 flyer, and I've only got 1 point of toughness here. Literally, all they have to do is swing in. Are they going to get flashy, or are they just going to swing in? They're just swinging in. Okay. Good play from the opponent there. Well played, NotMio. Well played. Okay, how am I going to sideboard against them? Not sure completely. Billy Needle comes in. Oh, yeah, I sided in Galv Blast last time, didn't I? Because I sided out Metallic Rebukes, and I think I want Consigns. A lot of their stuff is triggered, and a lot of their stuff is colorless. But they have a lot of mana, so Metallic Rebuke isn't very good. Claws of Begix can get out, I think. No, wait, Tormod's Crypt can definitely get out. And I think I kept Claws in, but I sided out EEs, right? Okay, I can see that happening. I can see that. I will go ahead and try this and see what happens. What does this hand do? This hand does not much. It's got Kappa Cannoneer, and that's basically the only good part about it. I can cast Kappa on turn what? Turn 1 does nothing. I could play Springleaf Drum on turn 1. Turn 2 is Bauble into weapons. And then turn 3, I have, what, 5 things? Or I could go Canal, Canal, Weapons, Bauble. And then turn 3, I'd have 4 things. I'd go down to 3. play Springleaf Drum, go to 5. I'd still need one more thing. I think I'm going to keep this and hope to draw a 0 at some point. Maybe I should be fishing for more powerful hands. I'm not sure. Like, especially on the play. Oh, that's a Vexing Bauble. That's not good. All right. Well, that counters a lot of stuff that I'm trying to do, actually. Oh, but I have Pinnacle Emissary. Okay, so I can then play this into weapons. Looks like they've gone with a bit of a slower hand this time. Interesting. Can I really pop off right now? Actually might be able to, because I can Fiery Islet. I'm just going to do as much broken shenanigans as I can right now. Let's see what happens. Pinnacle Emissary, cast with Warp. Gonna create a munitions. Oh, they're doing something. Oh, they're doing something. Seiju on weapons. Okay. I will use the ability. I'm gonna grab a island here. I will Springleaf Drum. And I think that was just enough. No, it's not just enough, because I can cast this Mishra's Bauble directly into the Vexing Bauble. And that will give me literally Xaxes to play Kappa. All right, now we have something going. Thanks for the land, I guess. Wouldn't have been able to do this without it. Yeah, Disc, we had a particularly colorful Italian grace our server at one point. I uploaded some of their stuff. It was great. Kind of glad it was in Italian. I don't know if I would be able to put it up on YouTube if it wasn't. It's also more funny when it's in Italian. Did he just insult me? I think they're French. Oh, they're doing something here. Oh, it's a Glaring Fleshraker. All right. Okay, so I have choices here. I can Pinnacle Emissary into cast Springleaf Drum, and I think I will do that. I'm just going to put as much pressure on them as I can. All right, take 11, fall to 6. It's possible that it was correct to not cast the Springleaf Drum, although if I had done that, then... I don't know. Oh, they're going for broke here. They didn't hit, and they conceded. All right. Fantastic. Love to see it. I think I'm just going to run it back. Yeah, I'm just going to run it back. This is a good hand. I think it just needs a little bit of help. If I find a land or something, there's a good chance that I just don't play anything so that I can hold open Consign on turn 2. I mean, I'm keeping this. It does something very powerful. I'm just not 100% certain what yet. I hit Thoughtcast. So that means I can think Memnite Ornithopter Bauble after, warping in Pinnacle Emissary. I think I'm willing to do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Think, warp in Emissary, cast Memnite. I don't really know what they could realistically do off of just Urza's Saga. Cast Ornithopter. And does it really matter what order I cast these in? I don't know. I'm not convinced it does. Cast Mishra's Bauble. Okay. And on their upkeep, I'm going to pop this Mishra's Bauble. Upkeep. What are they drawing? Tezzeret, huh? Gotta admit, I wasn't expecting Tezzeret to appear in Basking Broodscale combo, but it seems pretty sweet, actually. Beseiju is a land into Malevolent Rumble. And they put a Basking Broodscale into their hand. I'm going to draw a card here. And I'm going to draw another land. That's fantastic for me. I think I'm going to lead on Thoughtcast since I know that I can drop Springleaf Drum if I need to. Oh, Does that change anything? I think all that means is that I don't cast Springleaf Drum right away. And I just swing in for 4. And then next turn I can warp in. I have a bad feeling that I really need to consign something this turn. And I know they have a Tezzeret in hand. I don't think I'm consigning this Urza's Saga 3rd chapter trigger. I'm going to play Spirebluff Canal, and I'm going to swing out. And then I'm just going to hold open Consign, expecting to hit a Basking Broodscale. They're running really low on lands. Do they have another land? Oh, they just conceded. Oh, come on. Why'd you concede? You had a Basking Broodscale in hand. Just go for the win. I don't know why they conceded that. I felt like that was a little bit unnecessary. But, a win's a win. I'll take it. On to round 3. Not round 3. Round 5. Jeez. We're on the draw in round 5 versus EZHerr. 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 Oh, I have a hand. This is a turn what? Turn 1, Ornithopter, EE, land, turn 2, I don't know, something. It's not particularly fast, but I don't think that I am mulligan a hand like this. Let's just hope that they're not playing some sort of blazing fast combo deck, huh? Basic Mountain into Darcy. All right, well, it seems like we are playing against Prowess. Oh, but Engineered Explosives on 1 is really good against Prowess, right? I think I'm just going to play out my Ornithopter, and I'm going to play Island into EE on 1. They did make me play out my Island instead of my Urza Saga. I will give them that. Although I probably shouldn't have been playing a turn 1 Urza Saga with this hand anyway. No opals, no whatever you call it, Springleaf Drums. Do they have the 0 to go with this? They could fire off this Lava Dart right now if they wanted to. That would be extremely aggressive. Looks like they're doing it. Targeting my face. Okay. I think I will win this game off of the back of an extremely large creature backed by a Shadow Spear. All right, now what do I want to do? I could try and take the pressure off by popping this EE, or I could play an Arcbound Ravager. Urza Saga's coming down regardless. Popping EE doesn't actually take any pressure off. I'm going to play Ravager. Not swinging with Ornithopter, sorry. Kappa Cannoneer can come down next turn and just make an absolute mess of things. In fact, I might just try to weather what they're doing now and then rely on a very large Kappa swing on turn 4 to gain me back some life. I have the ability to lose one thing off of this board and still cast Kappa next turn. Well, actually, I could lose 2 things, right? No, I can't lose 2 things. I can only lose 1 thing. And even then, if I lose 1 thing, that would mean that I'd have to cast this EE for 0 before casting Kappa, or I would really love to do it after. They're swinging in with their Monk token. I think I'm just going to take that. I don't think I'm going to try and eat it or anything like that. All right, here we go. Steam Vents is untapped. Now, what do I want to do? I mean, I'm playing the Spire Bluff Canal regardless. Do I want to EE on 0 now? I think I'm going to play EE on 0 now. And then I'm going to Kappa, and then I'm going to Thoughtcast, which means that I want to do this. I don't believe they have counterplay to this. Go ahead and Thoughtcast now. And that's just a 0. That's just a 0. I could cast it now. It doesn't really make that much of a difference, I think. I think I'm just going to park this big fat button play, and I'm going to see what they do about it. They are doing an EI about it. Mountain. There we go. So that's 1 spell. They would need to cast 2 more spells this turn in order for them to be able to trade this token with this Kappa if I block. They've played their land for turn. They sacked a mountain earlier in the game to cast a Lava Dart. So that means that they would need exactly Lava Dart right now in order to be able to make Monk token big enough. They've only got 2 card types in their graveyard. They would have had 3 if they had kept the instant from Lava Dart in, but then they wouldn't have been applying any pressure really because this Monk token wouldn't have been able to attack. And it is exactly Lava Dart. They are putting it on Arcbound Ravager. I think I'm going to let some of these resolve before I decide what I'm going to do with the Arcbound Ravager. They did not move the Quarry Steel Cutter over. Yeah, I'm going to sacrifice my EE, the one with no counters, and I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger. And now if they want to actually kill the Arcbound Ravager and make a token that is big enough to tango with this Kappa Cannoneer, then they would have to cast Lava Dart from their graveyard. I think I'm going to just let them go to attacks. They have to attack with the Darcy. Are they also going to choose to attack with the Monk token here? If they do attack with it, I think I'm not going to block, actually. Just going to eat that. Okay, and now we are pretty good, actually. I think we are in pretty good shape. Ooh, that is a Claws of Gix. So I can tap this Urza Saga for mana. I can grab Shadow Spear. That triggers Kappa. I can then warp this in. I will then Claws of Gix again, and then Memnite. I will equip Shadow Spear to Kappa Cannoneer, and then I would have sacked a decent chunk of my board to this Arcbound Ravager, and then put the counters on Kappa Cannoneer to just have a lethal attack. But I didn't need to do that. How do I want to sideboard against them? This crappy sideboard guide that I wrote 20 seconds before starting the league says that I need to take out my Rebukes and my Crypt, and I need to bring in what? An additional weapons manufacturing and my displacement waves? I think that might be good, actually. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens. Siding out my counter magic in face of all of those nasty, nasty meltdowns that they could be bringing in, and bringing in displacement wave. Oh, oops. Needed to side out the Tormod's Crypt too. I accidentally went to 61. That's not good. Okay, what does this hand do? This hand has Arcbound Ravager in it, which is a very good magic card. But it also has Lava Spur Boots. I think I can keep this off the back of a Kappa Cannoneer. No turn 1 play. I'm going to play Spire Bluff Canal, Lava Spur Boots. I don't think I need to play out Mem Knight. I will anyway, though. Watch me get hit with the Meltdown. Although if they Meltdown me, is it really that bad? All right, they've got a Quarry Steel Cutter. Do they have the 0 to go with it? They do. And I'm taking 2 here. They're going to see what I draw. Yeah, I'm not blocking that. Come on. Engineered Explosives, huh? Do I want to put that down this turn? I don't think so. I think I just want to play my Arcbound Ravager. I think I do want to put it on 0, though. Although I could... No, I'm not going to do that. Oh, man. I think I'm going to play Urza Saga. I'm not putting EE on 2. And I don't have enough to play Kappa this turn. I'm a single 0 short. So I think I'm going to drop it just in case I need Ravager food. And then I will swing for 1. I'm not blocking with this Mem Knight. All right, let's see what they choose to do here. Quarry Steel Cutter is just such a good magic card. It's so strong. It's so powerful. That's a Darcy. Darcy doesn't give itself haste. That is a Bauble. It's a really good card to have. Into Preordain. They're going to look at the top card of my deck again. They've got 3 cards in hand. Oh boy. They could still do some pretty messed up stuff this turn. Just like tap out for, I don't know, like Core Steel Cutter number 2, I guess. Expressive Iteration. Tap out for an EI. I'd love that. Just anything but like a Meltdown would be great. I think I'm just going to take hits. I'm going to take hits. I'm not going to block with this Ravager. I'm not going to try and cheese it. It's an Unholy Heat on my Arcbound Ravager. They might be trying to high roll and get a thing into the graveyard that they wanted. Nope, they kept it. I think I'm just going to let this go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll use the ability. I'm going to get a 2/2 Mem Knight. That's fine. All right, I fell to 12. That's a Mox Opal. That was a really good rip. Okay, so that means I can do what here? I can tap out for Kappa and then cast Mox Opal, and then that's basically it. I could haste in Kappa Cannoneer. Is that good? I think I'm just going to play the Kappa and then see what happens. This isn't going to get hit by Consigned to Memory. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is only number 5, so I can't cast Thought Monitor. Them hitting the, clipping the Arcbound Ravager with the Unholy Heat last turn is actually relevant, because I can't cast this now. Now the only question is, do I want to attack with Kappa? And I think I just want to equip, but I don't want to attack. I think as long as I survive this turn, then the machine that I generate with the life gain is going to be sufficient. Yeah, they're just bolting my face. That's kind of scary, actually, that they did that now instead of doing it next turn. Like, on their own turn. They could have just done it on their turn and got the Prowess triggers. Okay, well, they're digging. And pretty soon, I'm not going to be able to do anything. They have a lot of hits here. They could find a Lightning Bolt. They could find... Not a Dragon's Rage Channeler. That might not do it. Although it might. Oh, it might. Yeah, that did it, actually. All right, so it didn't actually matter. So yeah, they got 11 power in play. I block one of these Prowess things. I fall to 0. All right. Well played, actually. That was really good. Go ahead and start sideboarding again. I don't think I'm going to do anything differently. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep it as is. Weapons manufacturing just hasn't come up yet. It came up a lot in testing, but it hasn't come up in this league yet. It's just always been just like a little off curve, or just not enough, or it came down that one time and it got Besaju'd. I guess that's fine, right? I would like to be on the play here. This is Turn 1 weapons manufacturing if I want that. Backed by Claws of Gix. So what exactly does this look like? This is Stink, Bobble, Gix, Opal, weapons, Hormot's Crypt, make munitions. Next turn, I cast Lava Spur Boots. I make another munitions. I can start blasting. I'm going to experiment with this hand. I'm going to see what happens. All right. Sink into Stupor. Mishra's Bauble. Claws of Gix. Mox Opal. Weapons. Hormot's Crypt. And I'm going to bobble them. That's a Quarry Steelcutter on top of their deck. The only thing that I can meaningfully do here is activate Tormod's Crypt. Come on, just play like a turn 1 Darcy or something. Oh, they're Wooded Foothills passing, huh? Now I just want a bunch of zeros. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's exactly what I wanted. All right, and I'm being a control gamer. Do I want to play Lava Spur Boots? I think I will play Lava Spur Boots, and then I'm going to pass. That is 4 munitions tokens. That is a non-negligible number of munitions tokens. Darcy into the bin. Claws of Gix is something that was pulled deep out of the recesses of the Scryfall search engine. Flickshot Show Off in Exile. That has 2 toughness, actually. I do not believe I'm going to just fire off these munitions. Yeah, Urza Saga. Let's go. Holding everything up. My opponent's really struggling here, I think. Just having Claws of Gix in hand with weapons manufacturing is just very, very nice. And drawing these additional Ornithopters to enable it, I feel favored. I don't know if I am favored, but I feel favored. I know they have Quarry Steelcutter in hand. If they go something like Quarry Steelcutter, Slickshot Show Off to trigger it, we'll play a land first before all of this, and then they could, like, I don't know, Lava Dart or something. They definitely need all their mana. I think that's correct. And I think that is actually what they're trying to do here. I mean, if they have exactly mutagenic growth, then booping this would kind of suck. I think I'm willing to take the hit off of that just to make sure that they don't have mutagenic growth. I'm willing to take the hit off of everything, actually. And they're just swinging with the Monk token. If they had mutagenic growth, I feel like they'd swing with both, right? I think I'm still going to take the hit. Okay, let's go ahead and start doing this. And they just let it go. All right, that's great. I'm going to be really patient with these munitions tokens. Oh, that is a Thought Cast. I have the Lava Spur Boots in play. I don't think I'm going to cast this Thought Cast. I think I'm just going to hold it. I have how many artifacts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This construct will come down as a 9/9. That's just so big. Like, I could Thoughtcast and hope to hit like a land or something, but I don't think I want to take the risk. Notably, they still have that Slickshot Show Off in Exile. I think if they decide to plot that in, then go ham with a bunch of spells and stuff, I think I'm just going to block with an Ornithopter token. It has flying and haste, but it doesn't have trample. Here we go. I'm still really trying to play around mutagenic growth. Can I afford to continue to play around mutagenic growth? I think I can, actually. I'd also would really love to be able to make a construct this turn. They bobbled themselves. That's very interesting. Okay. I can make a construct. I don't think I'm going to. I think I just throw an Ornithopter in front of the Show Off and then take the 3, and they conceded. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. Being super duper patient with that round and that final game in particular, I think that's what cinched it. If I had gone super aggressive and thrown munitions tokens at my opponent's face, I might not have been able to recover from that. But being patient and making sure to control their tokens and their creatures while waiting for Urza Saga to tick up, I think that was the correct play. And I'm really glad that, you know, I had strong cards that allowed me to make strong plays. This is the best result that I've had with a deck in a decent chunk of time. In my testing, it was about as powerful as I was portraying in this league. And I'm kind of glad that we got the chance to see it firing on all cylinders. Pinnacle Emissary is obviously what the deck is built around. And, you know, it's really strong, of course. But that last game really showed us the power of weapons manufacturing as well. All those munitions just clearing the board and making sure that I was able to survive for as long as I did. That was great. But I think the unsung hero of this league is actually Shadow Spear. All of these big fat chunguses, giving them lifelink and trample it's huge. It's a massive boon. It allows me to, you know, burn all of my life into, you know, casting these fiery islets and where are you? The sink into stupors and stuff like that. And it allows me to take hits and then just, you know, swing in with an 11/11 Appa Cannoneer that's got a Shadow Spear on it, gain a ton of life, and reset the game in a way. I really like that play pattern. I enjoyed this deck a lot, actually. I had a really, really good time. I think I'm going to be playing this again quite soon. Don't know exactly when yet, but yeah, I had fun. I had a really good time, and I got a decent record too, which is, you know, something I've been really looking for lately. This program is made possible by your view, like, and comment, the support of my wife and son, and by contributions to the Fateseal MTG Patreon from viewers like you. Thank you.